was listening to a lot of older women saying that the body is definitely shifting. They can feel the energy drop, and not too many details. I didn't know much, but when I heard perimenopause, I said, "ये क्या होता है?" Menopause थोड़ा कुछ सुना था, but now she's saying some perimenopause. How a lot of women give up work because of menopause.
Beautiful. Welcome, beautiful queens to this segment of Rise of the Queen.
Thank you.
Rise of the Queen is, thank you. Rise of the Queen is something which we all aspire for, to achieve that state. And this roundtable conversations which you're going to have is to celebrate the Rise of the Queen, your journey, which is going to impact not only the ladies who are sitting here, but when you go back, share this beautiful message with them that action is important, and let's see how it goes from your side, okay? I know you are aware of the health requirements and your profession demanded that you must be fit all the time, being in film industry and did a lot of work behind the camera. So you are aware of all of this, and even much before you started experiencing menopausal symptoms, you started talking to me like, क्या ये भी होता है क्या? But you never experienced the symptoms, but the conversations which we had together, and you like took the first step. I don't know what is perimenopause, I don't know what is menopause, but I'll join your community. You are one of that, she was one of the ladies, I want to join your community. I don't know, nothing's happening to me right now, but I would love to take membership and be there, right? So what made you do this?
Thank you for having me here, Geetha. It's very prestigious to be a part of this panel. Number one, I knew you were onto something big.
You sensed that.
I invest my time, effort, and money in the right place, ladies. So much before I needed that, I knew, and I was listening to a lot of older women saying that the body is definitely shifting. They can feel the energy drop, and not too many details. I didn't know much. But when I heard perimenopause, I said, "ये क्या होता है?" Menopause थोड़ा कुछ सुना था, but now she's saying some perimenopause. But because I knew she was extremely passionate about what she was doing, and I knew that it's an area that people have not yet spoken about, I definitely felt that, and I am coming from a space where I believe in prevention is better than cure. I'm a little extra in that space because knee pain ke baat karne se acha, if I know what is going to cause it, I will avoid it by doing certain things which is required to make it stronger. That's how I always believed. So I felt that, yeah, right now I'm not having it, but everything begins from our mind. If I just listen to what she's saying in terms of nutrition or in terms of the mindset or exercises, and I started even, implementing a few things, it would help me a lot is what I thought. And yes, it did. Because I could hear her say things like, you know what, I told all of you, I'm an unofficial quantum member,
yeah.
which is not a category in her space. So a lot of our conversations, she used to mention how a lot of women give up work because of menopause. And I was like, really, what rubbish, And then I thought about it. My mom retired a principal at 58. And it made me feel that, is that why that's the age for retirement? Because my mom was quite vibrant and I felt it's quite early, but I kind of connected the two.
Yes.
And I said, if there is any truth to this, it's better you start working on yourself, and health is everything, right? So I was very happy to start early on with you.
Right, so beautiful. Start early on before I get the knee pain. So for most of us, we know at 80, we are going to be like our grandparents. Now you're in 50 or 60, whatever is your age right now, you have a time, you have that opportunity to start. Right? Don't, if you are running like, oh, मेरे तो post-menopause में हूँ, मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर सकती हूँ. How many of them are there in that zone? I've crossed Aparna's stage, so I cannot do anything. Most of us will be thinking like that, right? So
I have a thought to that. So I joined her when I was 42. Literally when we started. I'm 46 now. And I still feel कि अरे यार, I wish I knew about strength training. I would have started 20 years ago. मैं तो योगा करके ही रह गई. You know, that's what I feel now. And then I say to myself, कोई नहीं, जब जागा मोहन तब सवेरा. So anyone in that space who feels कि अरे गीता पहले मिल जाती, I would say this, just say this to yourself. अरे जब जागा मोहन तब सवेरा. Now I know, now I'm doing it. That's it.
Yes.
That's how I operate.
Beautiful.
So,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So wherever you are, start from there. Beautiful. I see that when you start working on in yourself, prevention is better than cure. So I don't know what I will be seeing after a couple of years, but let me start putting certain things in place. Right? That is the step you did. What kind of shifts, like when I shift mindset shifts, you started bringing in? Because your children also were growing, their demands were there, your profession was demanding, you relocated yourself. Many things happened around that time. So what are those shifts which you did from the mindset point of view?
When I joined you,
Yeah.
Number one, I think I definitely started looking at strength training a lot more because of what I was watching you speak about. And I was always very not so keen on strength training actually, because I'm blissfully in the yoga world. My mom was my first yoga teacher, and I was, practicing it since my childhood, and it was a comfortable space. I used to always think, gym kaun karega yaar, AC or wo loud noise or wo gym, and I used to be like that. But then I did a couple
I must tell you, she has hosted a lot of programs for Hansaji, right?
for the Yoga Institute.
How many of you all are aware of her? Right?
Hansaji?
From she's right now in Goa, right?
They have multiple centers,
Multiples,
but
but
their
she's-
main is in Santa Cruz, Bombay.
Bombay,
Yeah.
okay. Right, so she's so attached and like dil se yoga, like her heart is yoga. From there to do this big mindset shift.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it was a lifestyle, right? I mean, yoga is not just asanas. It was the entire lifestyle of how you think, how you conduct yourself, at what time you eat. All of those things were there, which I was practicing. Strength training was like arrange, and then I'll be depending on the gym. So for yoga, you just need a mat at the most. You can do it anywhere. So there's no excuse of missing out your workout. And that was going well enough for me. And actually, I never looked at, for me, it was about being healthy, not about looking a certain way. And yoga served me pretty well for that. As I grew older, and also when I got in touch with you, when I was in your community, I did a couple of workouts with you.
Yes.
We have done some workouts. So when we've done a lot of learning events together, and so typically we'd share a room.
Yes.
And in the morning at 6 a.m. she's going for workout. So FOMO to hota hai na thoda, right? So I was like, "Arey, no, I'm coming with you, Geetha. What are you doing? I don't know what to do. You tell me what to do, I'll do."
Yes.
But I was a content creator, so I'd always shoot. एक दिन जिम गए लेकिन रील बना दिया. So I would make a reel of ours. I said, "You don't know to edit. I'll edit and I'll put. But you tell me what to do. We'll both do it together." That's actually literally started like that. Then I did a couple of workouts of your sessions also, and I was like, "Yeah, it's not so bad actually. It's quite a lot of fun." And it was also not that AC. That AC used to not make me comfortable. That's the first big shift. I will tell you, amongst many others. So strength training I leaned into. Today, of course, I'm like 3 times gym goer, and I'm like picking up solid weights. And
yes.
I'm doing all of that now because अब तो choice नहीं है ना boss.
Yes.
Now I'm 46.
In addition to strength training, you made a very big shift, which is a bottleneck to most of us. Protein के बारे में. Being a hardcore vegetarian. You eat, but
mostly vegetarian.
Yeah. It is not like हर रोज खाना है. It's not like that. So.
Yeah, there was a lot of shift again. So in the last, I think 2 years plus, again the body has shifted so much, the energy level shifted so much. One realized कि भाई क्या हो रहा है, and then I'm like, Geetha है ना, पूछो क्या करना है. So of course I heard her talk about nutrition. I heard her talk about, what did you actually ask me? I lost
routine shifts.
So nutrition. And then first time I saw she was doing some tempeh. So the collaboration was like this. She will tell me what camera angle should I keep. I'll tell her that. But because to see what she did in our live session, I'm also attending this session, right? So of course I am your silver member technically.
Yeah.
But so first time I saw she's showing some tempeh and something. I'm like, what is this tempeh? And
Nice.
food was a very I have to admit, food was a very non-interesting topic to me. From making perspective, from any perspective, because I just felt कि औरतों का life बर्बाद हो रहा है खाना बना के और grocery जाके, and I was like, please यार, can we move out of this and do something else? So standing in the kitchen itself, anyway, let me not go into that.
She doesn't do anything, please. She never stands in the kitchen. She only directs, her.
And now I'm better off. That also is her thing,
Yeah.
because one day she gave me one jha. She gives me a lot of it, don't worry. So so she was talking about protein, and then because of this menopause I realized कि अच्छा muscle gain, okay, protein, and then so much is happening, अभी कोई choice नहीं है. I have to strength train, I have to eat better, and my big issue was nothing I shifted. I was eating the same home ka ghar ka khana and same whatever I was doing, but suddenly the weight gain just went up. Suddenly some 7-8 kgs, and I'm like, what's up? Like, what's happening? And I'm like, oh, this is it. This is what they call perimenopause.
Yes.
That too, a lot of my friends sent me different reels where they say, no, now it's a good time. The weight gain is actually there to help you. And I was like, acha. Really, so you're supposed to accept it. All those, very conflicting
things,
conversations. Yes. But then I realized कि नहीं यार, I've seen enough people who've been fit through and who've managed and who don't necessarily have to put on so much weight. So what's the story I'm telling myself? So therefore, whatever I needed to do, whether it's strength training or then therefore having more protein intake, I just leaned into.
Yes.
Which meant now that I was eating paneer, which I was not such a big fan of, and so many other things.
Yeah,
being
small
conscious.
changes. Yeah, I really like the way, in a very subtle way and in a very slow manner, she started bringing in change to a food plate. At one point, maybe rice and 2-3 chicken pieces if it all were outside, because she did not enjoy non-veg. But paneer she used to bring in. But the biggest shift she did is the moment consistency in weight training started coming in, she realized now food makes an important role. She doesn't hesitate to take a protein shake, whey protein or whatever brand. Why? And I don't stop her. But I stop all of y'all. Remember, no, don't take it. Her consistency in weight training is super amazing. She has invested her week 3 days. I must focus on this. That consistency has given her the confidence, okay, let me try these kind of foods. Right? That is a big shift, and I really love the way it's good, right, ladies? You have to take that footstep. Nothing is wrong, whether you're talking about supplements, you're talking about processed food, or where can I draw a line and accept and take so that my body supports me. Many people will talk, this will not work, this will work. Pause. Make the changes, adopt those things, and it's going to work. And she's an example of that, right? You're an example of enjoying weight training, having protein shake.
Yes, but I didn't always enjoy it right at the beginning, to be honest. I was like,
That is there, 10%. Remember, Ashley, the 10% stuck that you start with 10% and slowly you will move. And she's in a very comfortable space right now.
But like you said, Geetha, it is perception is projection, right? Because first people told me you will put on weight, it's normal, and you have to live with it. And the day somebody else told me, my sister-in-law told me, who was a few years younger to me, I said, yeah, everyone's saying it's this perimenopause and I'm putting on so much weight, nothing is fitting. And she said, but it's a story. She just, whatever you're making yourself believe. She just said that and went. And I was just like, yeah, I knew that. I needed somebody else to tell me.
Yes.
And then I looked around a few people. Okay, I know a lot of women who put on weight, and then I also knew women who never put on weight or who just managed it well. So I said, okay, it's about management. It's about, okay, a body shift hua hai, I need to shift my lifestyle. I understood that. Ki same khana nahi work kar raha hai, okay, shift.
Yes.
Same workout nahi kar raha hai, shift. So yeah.
Beautiful. See, that's exactly, you are your master, right? I will listen to everybody, but I will choose what it works for me, and I am my master. Excellent. Nice. Good.
Thank you.
Aparna, tell us your numbers. give us inspiration. She is an extra talented lady, right? But what she did through menopause, I think, is fabulous. She has a beautiful community helping so many women. Now, I want you to talk about how did you get breakthroughs and also give breakthroughs to your community members?
So we started together about 4 years ago, and I had the skills of content creation from my background of filmmaking, and I had been creating content on social media, and I knew that you could make lakhs in a month. That's something I had experienced because firsthand I was creating beauty content, and then I realized कि boss घर पे बैठ के, if I just get the right production quality, when my brief was when my kids come back from school at 4, I wanted to be home. Right? And as an ad film director, I was somehow traveling, and that was not possible. So when I really put myself into this, of course, I made lots of mistakes, failed lots, but then I got my ground and I started making lakhs a month. I said, I'm not going to go to the grave with this, because if that's my story, then definitely there are more women out there. Can I say one funny thing? पेड़ पे ऐसा एक poster रहता है, work from home. Ladies work from home, कोई number रहता है. I used to always see this. I said, oh my God, that's me now. I want to work from home. They're talking to me. I'm their target audience.
Work from home at your time. Just only 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours, flexible hours. I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly me. I want flexible hours. I want the flexibility of space, but I'm ambitious. कैसे करूँ घर पे बैठे? So when this video creation content worked out, having brand deals and whatever that I cracked out, I said, I won't go to the grave. I have to share this on to other people because I struggled a lot to get where I was. So then I got coached digitally, how to transfer this. Again, I wanted to share this digitally because I wanted to have the flexibility and the freedom of space and time. So then I launched my video coaching community. At the beginning, it was Video Excellence Lab.
Yes.
And then in 1 year's time, when I had a lot of people coming in, it was 90% women. Or when I listen to a lot of their stories, I always say, "Mere andar mata chad gayi." Ki nahi, ye, I think I want to focus on empowering women specifically because the challenges women have are very different from the challenges men have. So this is a common question people ask me. Video is so, gender neutral. Why are you just focused on women? I said no, but the energy levels of women, the time limits that a woman has, because we want to take care of our families also.
Challenges.
Technical mindset. It's all very different. So I want to be there for my women, and I want to ensure I'm talking to them in a language, in a pace, in a way that it's simplified for them. And they can definitely, get the strength, get the knowledge, and practically, simply, execute it. Right? So I rebranded myself to calling it Bindas Divas because I said yes, that's what.
Nice, no? Bindas Divas. Yeah.
I think every woman has it in her, and my mom had taught me as a child: don't be a puppet to life situations, to your own self-doubts, to your own whatever challenges there may be health-wise or log kya kahenge, go out there and live your life. I revisited those concepts that she had taught me, and I had to redo all of that when I had to, set up my business. But by the grace of God, with a lot of my buddies, my accountability partner Geetha.
Yeah, we both are accountability. When we start off online, we both, but I don't know how things were. Like she was super excited.
No, it didn't. Not how things were. I hunted for her. It didn't just happen. I'm going to tell you the truth. I saw her at a meet, and I saw her, and I said, I want her to be my best friend. Then I went after it. We were having some mastermind group or something. I've told you this, I think, right?
Yeah,
there was a mastermind that we were creating amongst us, and a common friend, I said, can you get Geetha on this mastermind? I think I want to be in touch with her. This is all I knew. And I made sure she was in this call because I don't know what, but I was like, I need her to be in my life. So I went after her.
Actually, it was both ways. It was both ways. I was like, I had no idea online, kya videos, what to do, and we were supposed to do so many things to bring here, right? And she just came into my life where maybe she had also set her intention to help me out. I don't know, God, universe helped me by bringing her into my life, and things are moving so well. And the nice thing is, I joined her community back. I need to learn those skills. It was like that. Right? Remember,
Yes.
I joined her community, and then I started working like, hey, this video, this angle, this, get the content ready, get the content ready. Remember my pipeline days, people here, it was such a struggle. And later on, we all opened up so well, right?
So just like I say, I'm her quantum member, she's also my unofficial
Quantum
We literally
member.
went to her house, set up the camera, this
videos.
background, that background, shifting things around. So we kind of, that's the equation we had.
Yes.
And that's been beautiful. So with a lot of support and a lot of things, challenges one faces, mindset, lack of, confidence is a very vague, big term. Confident होते हुए भी कितना हम पीछे रहते हैं, we don't realize sometimes. Because I never looked at myself as a business person. For me, I was always a creative professional. So suddenly numbers,
And Geetha talks about Excel and all that.
and then for that also she mentored me a lot, that when you shop you don't have problem talking numbers,
Right? See,
Yeah.
just let me take a small
please.
clue from here. How many in the room get scared of financial numbers? Like, kitna kharcha hai, I have to do an Excel. How many in the room are not comfortable when it comes to numbers? Yes, right? Same like Aparna. But you go to the shop and pick up the expensive thing. That time numbers will not come into your head. Yes, right? हाँ खरीद लेते हैं, अच्छा है ना? That time you will not tell numbers, right? It is like I used to tell her, how do you talk like this? No, there's something wrong with you. You go and buy expensive things, Zara, mein, oh, there, online. And Excel sheet, CPL, no, I cannot talk about numbers. So it's just like the way everybody is talking about mind shift, thoda tinker kar lijiye and it works beautifully. Right? Now we're going to ask her this big question. Okay? Where did the break come? I don't want to ask about the break. Tell us the numbers.
What numbers would you like me to share, Geetha? I have a lot of numbers of a lot of love that I receive every day, a lot of emails of transformations of
Those
the women.
numbers she knows. Let me tell one thing. Aparna she is a video confidence coach. Yes, there is one segment there, but she has picked up many other skills in the journey. And she's trying out, she's exploring, she's doing. So if I to ask her, what is your source of income and how much you're earning, she has many pockets done. Right? Which is possible for all of us. What do you say? I want you to talk on those lines, that you have created a lot of pockets. Look at the underwear, no, that big one, no? So you have many pockets she has done, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain on those lines from various segments?
So actually it's all in the same pool of in the creative space. Like I said, I am a director, I am an actor. In the last few, I turned into a content creator. So there were brand deals, there were a lot of, like we call it MSI, multiple sources of income.
Yes.
Right? So you can do this, even with just video creation, you can have multiple sources of income. If you have you want to be a relationship coach, just with the content, I mean, I definitely know from content you can have. But apart from that, all of these and
endorse brands, and then so many things.
And then I equip myself for NLP.
Yes.
So then I am also a personal power coach. And then of course, women's video confidence coach. So this is my biggest bucket. So if you want to have MSI, have one big source, which is your professional space from which you get. And some of the others can be hobby. Like I'm not a full-time actor. It doesn't drive me to go, so many screen tests I don't even do. But when something comes along that I find is fun, I go and do this. So some of them can be hobby, but it's still a source of income, right?
Like side hustle, right?
Yeah, like a side hustle. So main purpose, main mission, main job is my Bindas Divas, and everything else, and NLP goes with it, and content creation goes with it. So like that,
yes.
In the same pool, I have done this. I know you want me to give you
that big number.
The numbers. So as purely at Bindas Divas, as a women's confidence coach, I have crossed, I won't have the exact numbers, but roughly about 2.5 crores. Yeah. I want to just share one little thing with regards to numbers, especially for women. There may be many of you here who may say that money doesn't pull you to do things. How many of you are here? Money is not so important. That's also a lot of, okay, very good, very few hands. But what I found is when I had my clarity of why I want to make this money. So I have 2 daughters. One of them is 19 years old, one of them is 16. And my intention for them is, तो मैं कभी उनको नहीं बोलती कि तुम्हारे जैसे मुझे, you know, all of us were brought up with तुम्हारी शादी के लिए जमा हो रहा है शादी के so I keep telling them, you need to figure out your business launch. तुम घाघरा सोच रहे हो, business में launch day पे क्या पहनने वाले हो वो सोचो. Don't sit and dream about your शादी का घाघरा. So this is one little mindset. But when you're making the money, if you have a clear path कि मुझे मेरी बेटी के लिए ये business setup के लिए, I want to be able to have it, you know, have the funds. Because many of our parents, I don't come from a very rich business family or anything, and I had to really work myself up here. So whatever with my, and I know that the brain capacity for women is tremendous. It's just that we were not socially conditioned for that. We were not brought up with the thought, yes, you can make crores or you will make lakhs, because it was always the head of the family. The male of the family or who's going to make the money. But trust me, the day you all decide कि मुझे इसलिए करना है, emotional reason आप attach करो, whether for your child or for your parent or for yourself, or you want to build your dream house, if you have an emotional reason to it and you have something very purposeful that drives you, then it won't feel like you're running after money. You know what I mean? Because many of us shy away from that because we were told money minded mat bano, paise ke piche mat bhago, which is all rubbish actually, because we need money, and if we have more we can serve more also.